As you step through the grand gates of Mragalon, the city's splendor greets you with open arms. The towering stone arches of the Gate District frame your view as you find yourself in a bustling throng of travelers, traders, and citizens alike. Your heart beats with a mix of excitement and apprehension, knowing that your presence here has been requested by the Council. Just as you begin to wonder how you'll find your way to the Council Enclave, a sharp-dressed figure approaches. Alexander, the autonome courtier of the Council, is a striking presence with his polished attire and metallic features. He approaches with a brisk stride, a stack of parchment letters clutched in his mechanical hand. "Ah, you must be the one," Alexander intones in a voice that carries authority, yet retains a warmth that puts you at ease. "A letter from the Council, I presume?" You nod, reaching into your belongings and presenting the letter that bears the official seal. Alexander takes it with a nod of appreciation, his mechanical fingers deftly plucking the missive from your hand. He glances at the contents with an efficiency that suggests he's done this countless times before. "Excellent," he says, tucking the letter into his coat pocket. "The Council will be expecting you, but I have more letters to deliver as always. Please, make your way through the Nexus quarters and into the Spire quarter. The Council awaits." With that, he offers a curt but friendly nod before spinning on his heel and disappearing into the crowd. His duty as the Council's emissary calls him to attend to the summons of others, leaving you to embark on your journey deeper into the heart of Mragalon. After your meeting with Alexander in the bustling Gate District, you begin your journey deeper into Mragalon. Passing through a grand archway, you find yourself in the heart of the Nexus quarters, also known as the Living District. The air here carries the rich aroma of various cuisines, and the streets are filled with lively chatter and laughter. You can't help but notice the charming facade of Café Leblanc, a well-known establishment in Mragalon. Its inviting exterior, adorned with potted plants and colorful banners, hints at a cozy interior where patrons enjoy exquisite coffee, tea, and pastries. The scent of freshly brewed coffee wafts from its open windows, tempting you to take a moment to indulge, but your summons beckons you onward. Continuing through the Nexus quarters, you navigate the labyrinthine streets where merchants offer a myriad of goods. Your path takes you past Jacqueline's Odds and Ends, a small and eclectic shop with a tent-like awning. It's owned by Jacqueline Moose, an enigmatic green Aarakocra known for her penchant for collecting curious items and antiques. As you traverse the district, the atmosphere transitions from the warmth of the marketplace to the cool, refined ambiance of the Spire Quarter. Tall, ornate spires dominate the skyline here, their hex-tech illuminated structures reaching toward the heavens. The streets are wider and the buildings more majestic, reflecting the district's importance. Finally, you arrive at the Council Enclave, a place where Mragalon's most significant decisions are made. Massive doors of intricately designed hex-tech-enhanced wood stand ajar, welcoming you into the heart of the city's governance. The council chamber itself is a breathtaking sight. A circular room with a domed ceiling, it is adorned with shimmering hex-tech crystals that cast an otherworldly glow. Seats surround a central platform where the council members sit in contemplation. Today they are all present, including O.J. Punctual, the head counselor. As you enter, the eyes of the council members and various citizens who have gathered here turn towards you. The room hums with anticipation. You've arrived, and the council is ready to hear your purpose in the vibrant city of Mragalon. As you step into the grand council chamber, all eyes turn toward you, the audience hushed in anticipation. The council members sit elevated on a circular dais with O.J. Punctual, the head counselor, at the center. To his right is the elegant elf, Lindara Moonshadow, and to his left, the brilliant inventor Jace Arcanum. Head Counselor O.J. Punctual, a dignified elf with graying hair, gestures for you to approach. He speaks in a measured tone, his voice echoing through the chamber. "Welcome, traveler," he begins. "We have received your letter and are eager to hear your account. Please, share your experiences." You step forward, addressing the council with a determined tone. "Honorable council members, I come before you today as a witness to the ongoing threat that still lingers within the Nevel region. As you are well aware, It was in that forsaken land that the cult responsible for Vecna's resurrection once thrived. Lindara Moonshadow, her features reflecting wisdom and grace, leans in, her expression attentive. "Tell us what you've seen," she urges, her voice soothing yet resolute. You recount your journey into the Nevel region, describing the eerie, mist-shrouded landscapes and the unsettling remnants of the cult's presence. Though Vecna may have been defeated, you explain, the cult's malevolent influence persists. They continue to conduct dark rituals, seeking to restore their fallen god to power. Jace Arcanum, the inventor known for his hex-tech innovations, listens intently, his brow furrowed. "Do you have any knowledge of their specific activities or whereabouts within the Nevel region?" he asks, his analytical mind already at work. You nod, relaying the intelligence you've gathered during your travels. "Their hideouts are well concealed within the region's thick mist," you explain, "but I believe I can pinpoint their general locations. The Nevel region is a treacherous place, and any incursion would be perilous, but it's clear that we cannot ignore this looming threat." OJ Punctual strokes his chin in contemplation. "Thank you for bringing this to our attention," he says, his gaze unwavering. "It is our duty to safeguard our realm from the remnants of Vecna's evil. We shall convene to discuss a plan of action. In the meantime, your dedication to the safety of Lekrikt is commendable." With that, the council members nod in agreement, and you step back, having delivered your vital report. The council, with the combined wisdom of its members, will now deliberate on how to confront the lingering darkness in the Nevel region and protect the Empire from further harm. After delivering your report to the council, you find yourself with some time to spare as they deliberate on the looming threat in the Nevel region. Seeking solace and a moment's respite, you make your way to the tranquil terraced gardens of Mragalon. The gardens are a breathtaking sight, with meticulously manicured foliage arranged in tiered layers, leading down to serene ponds filled with colorful koi. Stone pathways wind through the greenery, and ornate benches provide places to sit and contemplate. It's a haven of serenity amidst the bustling city. As you wander among the terraced gardens, admiring the vibrant flowers and the sound of water trickling in the background, you come across a familiar figure. Dr. Takemi, the elven physician known for her remarkable skills, is sitting on one of the benches, carefully inspecting a plant. Approaching her, you notice a faint limp in your step, a lingering reminder of your recent journey through the treacherous Nevel region. Dr. Takemi looks up from her examination, her sharp elven eyes taking in your condition. "Ah, it seems you've been through quite an ordeal," she remarks, her voice calm and soothing. "That limp in your step tells a tale. A wound from your exploration, perhaps." You nod, acknowledging her keen observation. "Indeed," you reply. "The Nevel region is fraught with danger, even beyond what we anticipated. I was fortunate to make it back in one piece." Dr. Takemi offers a sympathetic smile and gestures for you to sit beside her. "Please, have a seat. Let me take a look at that wound." As you take a seat, she carefully examines your injury, her skilled hands moving with precision. Her touch is gentle, and you find her presence calming. "This wound," she begins, "it's not deep, but it's been poorly tended to. Infection could set in if left untreated." She reaches into a small satchel and produces a vial of a shimmering, hex-tech-infused ointment. "This should help with the healing process," she says, applying it to your wound. "You were wise to come to me. Neglecting injuries in a place as perilous as the Nevel region can have dire consequences." As she tends to your wound, you engage in a brief conversation. Dr. Takemi shares some of her own experiences in Mragalon and her dedication to helping those in need. She speaks of the city's resilience and how it has flourished despite the challenges it has faced. Just as your conversation with Dr. Takemi begins to wind down, a figure approaches. It's Alexander, the autonome courtier who delivered your summons to the council chamber earlier. His clockwork eyes focus on you as he speaks. "I apologize for the interruption, but the council requires your presence once more. Please follow me." You nod to Dr. Takemi, grateful for her assistance, and rise from the bench, With Alexander leading the way, you make your way back through the terraced gardens and head toward the council enclave, ready to rejoin the deliberations and face the looming threat in the Nevel region. Inside the Grand Council chamber of Mragalon, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation. The room is filled with council members. You stand before them, ready to hear what your report has changed for the council. OJ Punctual addresses you. "Your report has been most enlightening," he says. "We appreciate the sacrifices you made during your mission. The threat from the remnants of the cult is clear, and action must be taken." Jace Arcanum, standing nearby, adds, "Indeed, we cannot allow the influence of Vecna's followers to persist. But there is a matter to consider." OJ continues. "Tomorrow marks the 30th anniversary of Vecna's defeat. The people of Mragalon have been waiting for this day to celebrate and remember the heroes who stood against the tyrant." Jace nods in agreement. "It would be wise to let the city commemorate this momentous occasion without the shadow of imminent danger. We propose that we delay our operation for 2 more days, allowing the city to revel in the victory over Vecna before we strike." You consider their words, realizing the significance of the anniversary. It's a time for the city to heal, to honor those who fought bravely, and to strengthen the bonds among its citizens. Waiting for 2 days may be the best course of action. OJ smiles kindly. "This is not a decision made lightly, but it is one that serves both our interests and the well-being of Mragalon. We trust that you understand." You nod, accepting their wisdom and the importance of the celebration. "Very well," you reply. "We shall wait 2 more days. It will be a time of remembrance, but after the festivities, we shall deal with the remnants of the cult decisively." OJ extends a hand and you shake it firmly, sealing the agreement. "Thank you for your understanding," he says. "In 2 days, we shall convene once more to plan our course of action. Until then, enjoy the celebration and the triumph over Vecna." With that, the council members disperse, and you exit the chamber, understanding that this brief delay will allow Mragalon to come together in celebration before facing the remnants of Vecna's dark legacy. As the sun begins to dip below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the city, you make your way back through the bustling Nexus quarters. Citizens are busy setting up colorful decorations and stalls in preparation for tomorrow's grand celebration, the 30th anniversary of Vecna's defeat. The excitement in the air is palpable, and the streets are alive with laughter and anticipation. Passing by the various shops and stalls, you find your way to Jacqueline's Odds and Ends. The quaint shop, adorned with a hanging sign displaying a playful jester, invites you inside. Jacqueline, the owner of the shop, welcomes you with a cheerful chirp and assists you in finding an old, weathered map of the Nevel region. You make your purchase, and she bids you farewell with a warm smile. With the map in hand, you continue your journey through the Nexus quarters and eventually arrive at the familiar site of Café LeBlanc. The inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked pastries fills the air. You take a seat at the counter and order a drink from the menu you know so well. As you sip your beverage, your attention is drawn to the stage where a middle-aged elven woman stands with long, flowing black hair. Her voice, both hauntingly melodic and powerful, fills the room as she begins to sing. The audience falls silent, enchanted by her performance. You notice a brooch adorning her elegant attire, a crest you recognize as the fallen house of Blackwater, former leaders of Lacruin. It's a symbol of a bygone era, a reminder of the city's complex history. As the elven singer finishes her song to a thunderous applause, you feel a sense of nostalgia and longing for a time long past. With the music still lingering in the air, you decide to retreat to your room for the night. As the clock neared midnight and the city continued its bustling preparations for the grand celebration, you made your way back to your room in Mragalon's Nexus quarters. The day had been eventful, and you were eager to delve into the secrets of the old map you had acquired from Jacqueline's Odds and Ends. Inside your cozy room, you lit a few candles, their warm glow casting dancing shadows across the map's aged surface. With a sense of anticipation, you unrolled the parchment. The map depicted the Nevel region, the very place where Vecna had been resurrected. and it held the promise of hidden knowledge. As you studied the map, you couldn't help but feel a mix of emotions. It was a joy to be in Mragalon during this momentous occasion, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Vecna's defeat with the city that had risen from the ashes. But there was also an underlying worry about the days to come, for you knew that lurking in the shadows were remnants of the cult responsible for Vecna's resurrection. Outside your window, the city was alive with festivities. Fireworks illuminated the night sky, painting it with bursts of vivid colors. The cheers of the celebrants echoed through the streets, and the joy was infectious. It was a sight to behold, a symbol of hope and resilience. Turning your attention back to the map, your eyelids grew heavy. The weight of the day's events and the anticipation of the future bore down on you. With a sense of contentment, you laid your head down on the map, its edges crinkling beneath your cheek. As the celebrations continued outside, you drifted into a peaceful slumber, knowing that tomorrow would bring new challenges and new adventures in the ever-evolving city of Mragalon.